Princess Leonor's visit to Copenhagen was nothing short of a historic moment for European royalty. The city, already steeped in centuries of regal tradition, became the stage for a meeting that blended elegance, diplomacy, and symbolism. When the heir to the Spanish throne stepped onto Danish soil, she immediately drew the attention of royal watchers, media outlets, and the gathered crowds. It was not merely a diplomatic gesture but a demonstration of Spain's confidence in its future queen. Copenhagen, with its mix of modern charm and royal history, was the perfect backdrop for such an occasion. The streets were lined with flags from both Spain and Denmark as the royal motorcade made its way to Amalienborg Palace. The excitement was tangible as citizens and international visitors gathered to catch a glimpse of Leonor. When the car door opened, she emerged with a poise and confidence that seemed to signal a new era for the Spanish monarchy. Her choice of attire was noticed immediately. Leonor wore a chic but understated outfit that nodded to Danish minimalism while staying true to her own growing sense of style. It was elegant without being ostentatious, and it reminded many of Queen Letitia's influence, though it was clear Leonor was developing her own distinct image. The young royal walked confidently, her smile warm, and her gestures graceful as she approached Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, who awaited her on the steps of the palace. Queen Margrethe, affectionately known to Danes as Daisy, is Europe's longest reigning monarch. Her reign began in 1972, and her experience, wisdom, and unwavering sense of duty have made her a respected figure across the continent. The meeting between the two royals was more than a formality. Margrethe greeted Leonor warmly, and the photographs captured the perfect moment, Leonor bowing slightly in respect and the Queen leaning in with a gesture that felt both regal and maternal. It was a handshake and smile that seemed to bridge generations and to offer Leonor a symbolic welcome into the small circle of Europe's future monarchs. The relationship between Spain's royal house and Denmark's is centuries old, with connections through marriages, alliances, and shared European history. Both countries' royal families are part of the larger tapestry of European monarchies, descended from common ancestors such as Queen Victoria. This visit was a reaffirmation of those ties, a message that in an era where monarchies must constantly show their relevance, the bond between Spain and Denmark remains strong. Leonor's schedule in Copenhagen was designed to highlight her dual role as both a future queen and a young cultural ambassador. After the official welcome ceremony at Amalienborg Palace, she joined Queen Margrethe and Danish officials inside the grand halls for a private meeting. Later, she was hosted by Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary, who welcomed her for a luncheon that observers noted was warm and informal. This moment was particularly symbolic since Frederik, as heir to the Danish throne, and Leonor are both next in line to lead their respective monarchies. Her program also included a visit to Copenhagen University, where she engaged in discussions with students and professors about key topics including sustainability, climate change, and global diplomacy. Observers remarked on her intelligence, her articulate responses, and her ability to connect with a diverse audience. She also made a brief but moving stop at the Little Mermaid statue, laying flowers as a gesture of respect for Denmark's cultural heritage. The Danish and Spanish press quickly filled their pages with glowing reports. Leonor was described as stunning, poised, and mature beyond her years. Spanish media praised her as ready to take on more international duties, while Danish outlets highlighted the warmth of her meeting with Margrethe, suggesting it had a mentoring quality. Internationally, Leonor was recognized as a rising star among Europe's next generation of royals. The crowds in Copenhagen played a big part in shaping the moment. Thousands turned out to see her, and her natural way of greeting children, shaking hands, and stopping to chat left a lasting impression. Social media amplified the visit, with short clips of her arrival and the Queen's welcome going viral. Hashtags featuring her name trended in Spain, Denmark, and even the UK and US. Many younger viewers admired her fresh but regal presence, calling her a relatable figure while still embodying royal dignity. For Leonor, this was more than just a ceremonial trip. Every step she takes now is part of a carefully guided journey toward queenship. Having already sworn an oath to uphold Spain's constitution, begun her military training, and pursued an international education, she is preparing to step into a role that blends tradition with modern expectations. Her Copenhagen visit was a test of her ability to represent Spain abroad, and she passed it with grace and confidence. Queen Margrethe's role in this visit cannot be overstated. With over 5 decades of experience, she has seen monarchies evolve and adapt to modern times. Her welcome of Leonor felt like a passing of wisdom, an acknowledgement that the future of European royalty lies in the hands of young women like the Princess of Asturias. For Leonor, it must have been both humbling and inspiring to meet a sovereign who has navigated challenges with resilience and grace. This meeting also fits into the larger European context, where monarchies must maintain relevance in democratic societies. While some, like the British royal family, face controversies and scrutiny, others, like the Scandinavian monarchies, are celebrated for their ability to balance tradition with modernity. Spain's decision to present Leonor on the international stage in this way sends a clear message that the monarchy is looking ahead confidently to the next generation. When Leonor departed Copenhagen, the sense that history had been made was hard to miss. For Spain, this was another step in preparing its heir to rule one day. For Denmark, it was an opportunity to reaffirm its ties with a fellow European monarchy. And for the public, it was a rare glimpse into the evolution of royalty, a reminder that these figures are both symbols of continuity and individuals coming into their own. The images of Leonor and Queen Margrethe together will likely endure as one of the defining visuals of Leonor's early public life. They captured not just a moment but a narrative, a young queen in waiting learning from a reigning queen, a meeting of tradition and future, experience and promise. Princess Leonor's Copenhagen visit will be remembered not only as a diplomatic success but as a milestone in her personal journey. She impressed with her elegance, her command of protocol, and her approachable demeanor. She showed that she is ready to be more than just a symbol, she is ready to lead. As the world watched her meet one of Europe's most respected monarchs, it became clear that Spain's future is in capable hands. This was a visit that blended ceremony, culture, and charm, and in doing so, it offered a glimpse of what kind of Queen Leonor might become: modern, dignified, and deeply connected to the people she will one day serve.